The Hyannis water system gets an upgrade. Barnstable High School will soon have a new athletic director, and author David Nassau releases a new biography about Joseph P. Kennedy. Details on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Monday, July 22nd, 2013. I'm Sarah Mannel. The town of Barnstable will celebrate the completion of a $4 million project to update the Hyannis water system Thursday. Town manager Tom Lynch says the water system is 100 years old.
We took it over when the town decided to buy that water company. There needed to be a 5-year plan and additional capital improvements put in, and Deb Crow, who's the chair of the water board, and her members have been very aggressive about trying to bring on good management and to begin capital improvements in a very steady way. And I think that the 2 water tanks that they'll be dedicating on Thursday at 2 p.m. over on Straightway are going to be, kind of crown jewels, if you will. They did a lot of research into them. There are 2 separate tanks, one at the Maha treatment facility, one at Straightway, over 1.2 million gallons of storage, 800,000 at Maha, 400,000 at Straightway, and they're low profile. So instead of the large water towers you see, they're a different system, and they've been up and operating, and the pump stations are up and operating. So it's really a time to come together and celebrate. And I know that Dan Santos will be our master of ceremonies. Deb Crow will say some words. I'm sure that our partners who designed and constructed these facilities will be there. We have a special thanks out to the LaRusso Foundation for a $500,000 contribution to this. Without quality water, without a good water system, all of the industry and residential properties need to be supported. So that's a key to all of it, and I'm very pleased to be able to be a part of that celebration on Thursday.
The public is welcome to attend the celebration. The event will be held at the Straightway Water Treatment Plant in Hyannis Thursday afternoon at 2. Barnstable High School will soon have a new athletic director. Steve Francis is stepping down from the position this fall to spend more time with his family. Superintendent of Schools Dr. Mary Schakowsky says the search for a replacement is going well and that 59 candidates applied.
3 of them withdrew, so we're down to 56, but our Director of Resources, Human Resources, and our Assistant Principal, who is chairing the search committee, which is Scott Pye, looked at the 56 candidates, and we're going to be going forward to interview 8 of the candidates. And none of them are internal candidates. 4 of them do have experience as a previous athletic director. 4 of them do not. But all 8 of them have the license and certification detailed and outlined in the job description. There's going to be a search committee. That's going to be comprised of our Human Resources Director, a school committee member, our high school assistant principal, a parent, a community member, a couple of our coaches, as well as a student athlete. And we're looking forward to interviewing the candidates on Monday, July 29th, and Tuesday, July 30th, from 2:30 to 7:30 p.m. And we're hoping that we'll have a candidate early August that I'll be able to bring forward to the school committee.
Dr. Schakowsky hopes to have a new athletic director in place by the start of the next school year. 20-mile backups July 4th weekend have State Representative Randy Hunt looking for a solution to some of the Cape's traffic woes. Hunt recently wrote about the issue on his blog.
Well, the ultimate solution is to replace the bridges or to add a 3rd bridge, most likely about halfway in between the 2 current bridges, that would take enough of the traffic off of the Bourne and the Sagamore to cause them to become kind of like neighborhood bridges. But the main traffic that would be flowing down Cape and either to Route 25 or to Route 3 would be coming across the new bridge. So the ultimate solution there is to add capacity.
Hunt says there are many suggestions to increase traffic flow on the current bridge, but those too have problems.
The problem is that the bridges are too skinny, and this is nothing that surprises anybody. The lane widths are 10 feet, and the standard width of a lane that would be going across a bridge is 12 feet. And therein actually lies the problem. So when you get to a point like what you had just mentioned, that perhaps we could reverse traffic on one of those lanes on a Sunday afternoon, so there are 3 lanes going off and just 1 lane coming on, it seems at first to be a great idea, but a couple of the problems that you run into is we're already dealing with 10-foot lanes. And to be able to reverse the traffic, you have to put up some sort of barrier in between the 3 lanes going off and the 1 lane coming on. And there's not much room for just about anything, certainly not for barrels. You could put up stanchions. All of those things have issues. And essentially what's happening is the lanes are too small, and anything that would make them appear to be even narrower than they are, or physically actually cause them to be narrower than what they are, could actually have the opposite effect and slow people down even more than they are today. So it's a possibility, though. I still hold that out. And somebody wrote, as a result of this blog being posted, that perhaps we could get a little more creative, and if we had the same idea, but 2 lanes going off and 1 lane coming on, but all 3 lanes being 13 feet wide, that perhaps that might help unclog things. And it's the kind of back and forth I'm trying to create from posting a blog like this, to bring out some ideas that maybe we hadn't heard about at all.
Hunt says he would love to hear from constituents that may have ideas of their own to improve traffic on Cape Cod. A new biography titled The Patriarch details the life of Joseph P. Kennedy. The author, David Nassau, says the Kennedy family requested that he write the biography.
Jean Kennedy Smith told me the family wanted me to do a biography. I had met her on a couple of other occasions. And I said, well, I can't. I'm working on another book. She said, when can we talk? I said, well, maybe 6 months. 6 months to the day. I got a call from Senator Kennedy, went to Washington to talk to him, and we spent a wonderful afternoon in which I said over and over again, you don't want me to do this book. I'm going to find dirt. I'm going to find something the family doesn't like, and who knows, by the time the book is published, there may be another Kennedy running for office. Indeed, there was. The week before the book was published, Joseph P. Kennedy III ran for and was elected to Congress. Senator Kennedy said to me, all the dirt is out there with lots of rumors and innuendo and scandal, and we'll take the risk, the family. We want a full biography by a historian who has no axe to grind.
As part of the deal, Nassau had access to documents that were long sealed in the JFK Presidential Library.
I said, I'm not going to spend, I'm too old, I've done this for too long, I'm not going to spend 5-6 years on a book only to have the threat of censorship hanging over me. I said, if I do this, I want an agreement in advance that you will only see the book when it's published, and that you will open up all the materials in the Kennedy Library to me, so I can use them. And he said, fine. It then took 1.5 years of further negotiations before the entire family signed off on this. So I wasn't going to do the book unless they opened all that material up. And, when they opened it up, it was remarkable. I mean, the stuff I found that no one had seen. I mean, letters to family, letters to friends, letters to, presidents and Winston Churchill, and I mean, every bold-faced name in Hollywood and New York and Boston and Hyannis and London. There were letters to and from them. I found all the medical records for the entire family. I found all the stock exchange transactions. I found all these records about Kennedy's time in Hollywood.
Nassau will be available to sign books at the JFK Museum in Hyannis Wednesday, July 24th and Thursday, July 25th. Contact the JFK Museum for details. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.